So, this special seems like a total. Okay, so the current Power Ranger season right now is Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Netflix put out this trailer, so this seems like it's something that's going to premiere exclusively on Netflix.
Yes.
Right? Since Netflix does so, Netflix has rights to Power Rangers, and they're planning to make like new original shows and stuff and do original stuff with Power Rangers. It also Hasbro's working on the Power Rangers movie. They're trying to rectify the mistakes of the Power Rangers 2017 movie, and they want to do a Power Rangers movie in the 90s, set in the 90s, obviously probably about Mighty Morphin again, trying to bite on nostalgia and stuff. But they released a trailer. It's 2 minutes.
Happening on Netflix. To me, if I think about the Netflix Power Rangers era, I would say not enough for me to say it's a success. Like I prefer.
Yeah. It's the last time Power Rangers for me, and this is where I took a huge drop away from the franchise, was when Power Rangers Samurai came out. Right
after RPM.
I skipped RPM, but I stopped at Samurai, and that's when the Nickelodeon era started. So there's a Nickelodeon era Power Rangers, and it went on for a little bit. Now there's about to be the Netflix era. But I'll see what Netflix can do with it. With the money, Power Rangers is not cost that much to do something good with it. All I need from Netflix is to come up with new original ideas, because Power Rangers, since Mighty Morphin, has been hugely dependent on what the Japanese show was doing with making costumes, making the Megazords, the weapons, all that stuff. So really, the only thing the Americans are doing is just recasting new actors, the American actors, and they're just kind of restructuring the story. While the Japanese version of the show, they did majority of the legwork. They're just taking what's already there. So they're taking the villains that's already there, and they're just restructuring it. And I want to see Netflix do their own original thing built from the ground up. No pulling from the Japanese show. Not saying the Japanese stuff is not good, is good or bad.
But it's just cheaper though. They're never gonna go too straight away from that. They will for the special that we're gonna watch. Of course, like that's probably gonna have nothing to do.
Yeah. They're totally like American. And mind you, they have been filming original shots and stuff. So they have been doing it since Mighty Morphin. But this season right here, Cosmic Fury, where these Rangers are going to appear, is hugely dependent on what's happening in the Super Sentai version, which is the Japanese, and they're bringing back the original Rangers. So it's going to be a lot of new original shots. You want to see what the Americans can produce compared to the Japanese. But I hope they do something good. Rest in peace, Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger. He was definitely going to appear in this special, but he has recently passed due to suicide. May he rest in peace. But he won't be here for the special, but his friends will be here to uplift. Will be here to uplift us and carry on the legacy for this special.
I guess that means this is being shot after his death. I thought I saw a Green Ranger. Well, let's watch it.
Maybe. Hopefully they did film some stuff, and he does have like footage in here. But we'll see what they say. See if they do mention Jason David Frank. I hope they do mention him in this.
Sit and action.
It's been 28 years since I've been back on the set of Power Rangers.
It's kind of crazy to think about that it's been that many years.
It's surreal. It's been a great experience.
It's been very nostalgic.
They're filming new original shots there.
Once a Ranger, always a Ranger.
Once a Ranger, always a Ranger.
It's been really exciting to film a 30-year anniversary special.
Let's be honest, the main reason we're here is to see these characters, these actors that we're familiar with from 30 years ago.
I think the audience is going to be, first off, excited to see
two Black Rangers.
Retro Rangers come back.
Directing two actors who were Power Rangers 30 years ago.
Hope
and actually
coming
the
out
other
soon.
two, Steve and Kat. It was a really interesting process.
Meeting fans, the one thing they always ask are they ever going to
Aisha too.
together?
Dang, she
just getting to work with Walter. Obviously,
she
we
thick.
have a long history together.
Well,
She used to be
David
small
and I
back in
worked
the
with him as
OG
Billy
show.
and Zach being
Walter
Zach,
slimmed down too.
how similar it is, but in a different way.
David and Walter, Steven, and then Catherine. We've been working together a long time ago. So glad to see them.
There were a couple of us that had never been on camera together before.
Rocky.
Well, we were Mighty Morphin together, but separate cast. We've never actually worked
This
together.
is our first time working together.
Just coming back to the show in general has been, it's just a joy.
Okay, real quick, and this is just a little thing. I feel like they should have brought back Amy Jo Johnson, the original Kimberly. Not saying she's not tight or this person's not cool or she didn't do her thing as a Pink Ranger. It's just y'all should have tried to get Amy Jo Johnson back. Like, definitely the Red Ranger cannot come back because he's dealing with some legal troubles. He for scamming people during 2020. So he was part of some COVID Ponzi scheme stuff. He was doing some Ponzi scheme with COVID and stuff, and he got in trouble. So he won't be here.
But how are you going to get Kimberly back if she's not going to have Tommy to be kissing on? It will be weird. And she gets a lot of attention. She was in the movie for a little cameo. Kimberly's fine.
Maybe in this, because I seen her, and we'll get back to trailer soon. I seen her video talking about what happened to Jason David Frank and stuff. And she probably doesn't want to come back because Jason's not going to be there. So that might be a huge reason why, which I totally understand. Like, you want to have everybody back there. And even the Red Ranger, he's not going to be there. So she probably wants everyone to be back. Obviously, Trini can't come back because she died in a car crash. Rest in peace to that actor. And they definitely moved on from that and had many years to move on. But this is all too recent for her. And she probably was like, it's just a little too tough. But it would have been much better to have her back. Not saying Catherine Sutherland is not going to do her thing. I just wish Amy Jo was back.
Yeah, she played Catherine with a K.
Back together as we can. That's what I would really want.
Look at her name and her character name. They're both Catherines.
Catherine. they was like, well, no original thought. Let's just call her Catherine. They tried. She said no. Yeah, I figured they probably pushed her and stuff and asked her, and this thing happened to Jason was very recent and stuff. I don't blame her if she didn't want to come back.
It's just a joy.
We're a family of Rangers, so to finally be on a set with them was really interesting.
Dang,
There's so many little Easter eggs. I just think it's
whoa.
Yep. I saw Green Ranger. Now, is this something that was already shot before what's his name passed? Or is this something like, well, since they're in their suits, we can say that it's the Green Ranger?
Right. I'm hoping it's okay. So they probably did film some stuff with Jason David Frank in here and was able to, and maybe this might be a stunt double and someone's just filling in, but they probably filmed enough to where they need to have his Ranger in there to really help this crossover and have it make sense, because it'll be weird if they do the Wakanda Forever thing, which I don't think they should do.
Oh, they kill the character because the actor died?
Yeah, hopefully they don't. I'm not saying they need to recast and continue him, but do treat him like you did Paul Walker. Give him a happy ending. Let him retire and let someone like his daughter or son, carry on the legacy, or just have his
never address it. Never address that the actor has died. If you ever do a little team up or something, yeah, you'll have the Green Ranger there. Yeah, it's Tommy Oliver, sure. Just don't ever, have him unmask.
Right, I agree.
Remember Megaforce? Sorry, go ahead, play.
Oh no, go ahead.
But in Megaforce, they had a group of all the Rangers that have ever existed. Not every single one of them showed their face. We just assumed that they were all
not
dead.
every actor came back. I do agree with that. Not every actor came, because they would have all took off their helmets at some point. We would have seen, actors want to have their screen time. They want to let people know, like, I'm back. Get that screen time. But only the key Rangers showed their faces. Tommy,
I think Catherine was in there too.
Catherine, that black
TJ?
dude from Turbo, AJ,
TJ.
him, TJ, freak, T'Challa Jr. Shit. Now you're making me remember the bad things show that I don't want to remember.
It's all good.
But yeah, TJ with his cowboy hat. But yeah, Tommy's in this special, so that's confirmed. Tommy's in the special. I hope they film some scenes with Jason David Frank in there. I hope they might address it.
Somebody might call you out in the live chat, but the cowboy hat dude was from in the Lost Galaxy. I think his name was Joel, with the Green Ranger. That dude wore a cowboy hat.
No, that was him. Yeah, he came back in the special.
He was in this. He was in too.
Yeah, he was in the special. He wasn't wearing his cowboy hat, but he was in the special.
There's so many little Easter eggs. I just think it's
the Yellow Ranger.
Everything they want.
It's such a different take on what we've done before, but a lot of the same elements are there.
I think what I'm most excited about for the fans and this 30th anniversary special is for them to see us all together and our chemistry.
Oh, I want to see that shot.
I think this is the best way we could have celebrated 30 years.
Jason's not in none of these.
You're right. Rewind it just a bit, because he wasn't in it, but maybe they were not showing him on that shot. No, you can go more right. Go more to the right, like.
It's such a different take on what we've done before.
And they're inside the headquarters, and they just pan from left to right.
Fans and this 30th anniversary special is for them to see us all.
Not this one, but when they're inside and they're unmasked. Okay. That shot began midway, like they did it again, where they just kind of start midway. I don't feel like maybe Jason is standing on the very left.
It's kind of weird they didn't mention him in this.
No, what are they supposed to say? That's kind of depressing, though. I understand why.
I'm not saying they need to like fully acknowledge it and make it fully depressing, but like a rest in peace Jason would have been cool to see.
You'll probably get that in the movie.
So just to let everybody know, the person who voiced Rita Repulsa is returning. So she's returning. They have majority of the OG Rangers here. We don't know what threat they're going to fight. Yeah, I mean, this is like a special we've been waiting for years. I hope that's Jason David Frank in that suit. That's what I hope. That's just the hope I have. May not be, but if it isn't, it is what it is. Because I don't want to have him here and he's like not saying nothing. It's gonna be weird if he's just like standing there. But if they do have a stand-in filling in more scenes and he's not really talking, but he's there in action, I understand it. But hopefully Jason David Frank films some scenes. Hopefully
they could use his voice that he's already recorded. Like he says Dragon Zord in how many episodes? Just use one of those and he'll say Dragon Zord, play the flute. They could use his voice in the mask. Who do you have to clear that with? There's family members. Like James Earl Jones took care of that. What?
They may have to clear with and mind you, because when those laws went into effect of your likeness being given, you're trading your likeness, maybe they don't have full rights to his likeness to do whatever they want with it, like use sound bites and stuff and bring back certain dialogue. But they did use it in that Power Rangers Fighters game, so possibly they have the rights to his personality.
The Power Rangers Fighters game, they don't have that Screen Actors Guild, that what do you call it? Union. They don't have that. TV shows and movies do in the entertainment field, and they have so many rights that you got to clear these things. Yeah. And so as long as the estate did it, why wouldn't they? It's free money. You're either going to get this money or you're not going to get this money. Just let us use his voice. They will definitely sign away Jason David Frank's likeness. Oh, Sky Frank is his oldest daughter.
His daughter. Sky Frank. Yeah, shouts out to the family. Real quick, and just to end it on this matter, and if Chill wants to say more. His daughter, and she has received some people asked her, they say, hey, would you continue at some point as like the Green Ranger in place of your dad and stuff?
Is she an actor?
She's so did you see his superpower beatdown episode?
No.
Let me where he fought Ryu.
Was she in there and she acted? So she's not an actress, but she's
an actress, but she basically went to majority of his cons with him and stuff. She's been on set with him when it comes to the Power Ranger stuff. She's kind of low-key like his apprentice with his Power Ranger stuff. So she knows it. She's not just like, hey, he brought her to like 2 Comic-Cons and you know, she's deep into stuff. This was a while back, but somebody asked her on an Instagram story, like, hey, if you were asked to come back as the Green Ranger or continue your father's legacy, would you do so? And she said, yeah. And I think that would be the best way to do it, because with the Green Ranger, Tommy specifically, he's not the first version. The Super Sentai version, the Japanese version, is the original Green Ranger. And Tommy is the American Green Ranger. But his Green Ranger is he's like Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker. Nobody else can really be Luke Skywalker. Somebody can. You can totally recast Luke Skywalker if you need to. And you can recast the Green Ranger. But they are the characters. It's not like
superheroes.
Chadwick Boseman with T'Challa.
Yeah.
Had to say it. Sorry. But it's not like characters that just we're going to keep getting recasted and stuff over and over again, because they are literally replaceable. The Green Ranger was never really replaceable because they never replaced him. He stayed on so long as the Green Ranger that he only was the Green Ranger for the American version. Nobody else was the Green Ranger, just Tommy. But hey, I think the best wholesome way to do it, 2 ways. You either pass on the legacy to one of his kids, just say he had a daughter too, and it was his real daughter, or you just give him a happy ending, retire him, and he never shows up in specials again, but he's just retired and he's living life. He's literally just living life.
Well, just like every other character, do you know how many Power Rangers there's been in the last 30 years and how many have not returned ever? Yeah, you can do it. The Red Ranger from Wild Force will never return. We kind of accept that. We know it. So
yeah.
That's all. We'll never see Cole.
He's in some hot water.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we know why he's not come back. He's in some extra hot water.
Well, they've never had a Wild Force Ranger return, so we're it's fine.
Right, yeah. There's some Rangers that never have returned. Even the OG Rangers like Zach, he hasn't been back since Mighty Morphin.
Really?
Billy, he hasn't been back since Zeo. He left like Zeo.
Yeah, he had a long run on that show. But see, right. so you know what I mean? Like, you don't necessarily have to have Tommy Oliver come back. It was cool while he was there. And he's not necessary in recasting because all of them are not guaranteed to return. If he was, find somebody with the hair. Let's get Tommy Oliver. But no. Oh, I would say recast another Tommy Oliver rather than saying his kid, his legacy, this and that. Who cares? If you want to do her a solid, hire her for the new generation of Power Rangers, whichever,
Right. Or do that. Make her one of the new generation. Or she could be his daughter. And she just joins a new Ranger team, but she's like a Red Ranger or something, a Green Ranger, a version of a Green Ranger on this new team. There's so many avenues, but I think that would
be Kimberly's kid.
Oh gosh, that wouldn't add up unless Tommy and Kimberly secretly had some, other relationships going on. I agree, Dot. I hope the reboot is something completely new. That's what I hope. I just hope it's something completely new, original, and America comes up with the original idea. They haven't done that in a while. Americans have been kind of lazy with ideas, but hopefully they give us something original. Chill, any last words you want to get ready to give on this little topic here?
Nope. I've never thought I'd be hyped for something Power Rangers related. I thought I was out of the franchise. But whatever they do with this 30th anniversary, I'm seeing. What they do with Zeo, Rangers, and Mighty Morphin will always be of interest to me. They'll always have me to get me back. And that's okay with me. Like, I'll be back. I'm the casual guy that they're appeasing to. Thank you, Netflix.
Yep. Shouts out Netflix. Let's just hope the special goes good. It drops in April. I'm there day one, I might react to the special. I'm probably just going to react to the special anyways. It's because it's a very special event for Power Rangers, just in general. If you've been there since Mighty Morphin watching this stuff, this is a very special event because you have the original Rangers returning. And I'll be there tuned in. Might react to it. No guarantee, but I might react to it.
What did you do? What did you do?